divinely orchestrated, unlike some people. So, oh shoot. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll be giving out messages afterwards. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Archangel Michael asks you to put a shield of protection around me while I force the energy for the collective. Good by the resistance. Can I also get karmic and collective energy? What does the collective have to look forward to? As well as what is the judgment for these karmic individuals? Who they need to be aware of, what they need to know, not what they want to know. Now I call upon my ancestors of the highest more white light to guide me in this message. Please and thank you. Whilst I honor my gifts that you've passed down to me. Or shall I say the torch you have passed down to me? Please and thank you guys. So yeah, we'll have a little look at what's going on. That's the Archangel Michael shield me with the shield of protection. And that's that you rebuke any negative, evil eye, projection sent to you, return it back to sender 1,000 Ooh. Now that kind of came out sideways. I think if I would have went a different way, had I. Ooh. Okay. So some of you is about to be or are in a position of responsibility. No. Why do these people always want to interrupt me when I'm doing a live? I don't get it. Am I missing something? So, so we got justice. Some of us have some some of us have a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. I wouldn't say stuck in the middle. What I'm kind of getting is, I'm thinking because there's a kind of responsibility that you've never encountered before. Some of you may be feeling slightly stuck. That's natural. It's a natural response because this is all new territory for you. So what I would suggest you do is relax. Do you understand? Take some deep breaths. Sit by yourself, half an hour. Just sit in silence. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths and let it come to you. Whatever it is you've got to make a decision about, let it come to you naturally. Do you understand? Don't go to anybody outside of yourself. Do you understand? If you can, pray on it. But what you don't speak to nobody about it. Keep that shit to yourself. Do you understand? Because all people want to do is mislead you and misguide you. So then whatever uh, position of responsibility that you've been given, they're just trying to discourage you. Do you understand? So that they can steal it from you. I promise you that. So if anybody's in this position, that's the message for you. Okay, don't worry about it. I get it. It feels like damn, what should I do? Because you've never been in this position before. I get it. I've been there too. Do you understand? But I promise you, your instincts will never guide you wrong. Do you understand? Only people can do that. If you go for outside validation, do you understand? They might confuse any decisions you've got to make. Do you understand? So keep it to yourself. That's the best way I can. That's the best advice I can give. Don't tell anybody anything because right about now we're in the times we're in like desperate times where people will trod on anybody to get a one up. Do you understand? And these are people that are not even they've not even been ordained for this path. But because someone else has got that path or someone else has been given that responsibility, their jealousy and their greed and their animosity, they want it. But they don't want to do the work from it. They rather discourage you put you off, tell you a whole lot of bullshit so they can go behind your back and sabotage you and steal it from you. Do you understand? I've really been through this shit already. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I don't rely on no one but my spirit team, the most high, and my ancestors. Point blank period. But yeah, you've been given a very powerful position. Do you understand? Look, you've been given a responsibility. Yeah, I get you might feel stuck, but I've just given you the answer and the way out. It's up to you how you choose to use it. You've got some people, like I said, look, they were stealing other people's. These are the people that were stealing other people's abundance, yeah? The Page of Swords. These are people out there fabricating awakening, fabricating a spiritual awakening. So you got some fake stars out there and some fake prophets out there. Do you understand me? But all they're doing is they're stealing other people's work, playing it off as their own. Do you understand? And they're guiding people down the wrong path. Whilst on the other hand, they're stealing people's blessings. So when you go to certain people and ask them to be able to do reading for you, I'm telling you now, be very careful who you ask to do a reading for you, because what you're doing is you're allowing or you're giving consent to these people to tap into your energy. So say for instance, if they see you down the line that, I don't know, you're destined for great fortune, you're destined to be a star. Just giving an example, yeah? They're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you some bullshit to make you go on the wrong path, whilst at the same time, wherever it is that was destined for you, that was great, they're going to take it for themselves because you gave them that consent to tap into your energy. So you got to be very careful of people that jump on your page offering you readings. 9 times out of 10, they're fake, because any true spiritual reader does not jump on people's pages and offer readings. That's not how spiritual law works. Then you have to go to them. Do you understand me? So if they come to you, just know there's some fake ass biatches. Remember, I told you. Oh, damn. That's a fact. I know this because I'll give you a little story, yeah? That I had a cousin, not a cousin, an auntie, that this is before I had my spiritual awakening, yeah, guys. I had an auntie. Um Hold on, let me close this door a minute. That wind is too loud. I had an auntie, and it's only after this happened and because I pulled her up on it, it's like she got real bitchy about it. So that just told me she knew something that I didn't, and she basically set me up because she's very vindictive, yeah. She basically sent me a link because she knew I just lost my mum, so I was kind of grieving for my mum, which is her half sister. So just that just goes to show family ain't shit. So anyway, and what it was, she sent me a link to this lady that I think I don't even think she even gives you the first reading free. I think what she does is if you refer her to somebody else, do you understand? She'll give them like a free 5 minute reading, whatever the case may be. And the thing about it is, what I know now is not what this lady told me. Do you understand me? This woman told me a load of bullshit, yeah, basically to cause me stress and worry. You know what stress and worry does? Stress and worry um makes you like, will have you like unaligned. That makes you sense. And it also lowers your frequency. Do you understand me? Because it's a negative energy basically. It's a low frequency energy. So anyway, she told me a lot of bullshit because I was already grieving my mum. What do you think that did? I felt even worse. Do you understand me? But yet though, the minute I knew how to pull cards for myself and I had my awakening, I found out who I was. So I started to come into myself. So I found out I had natural gifts already, which certain people already knew. They just didn't want me to know. And that's what families do to you, believe it or not. This is the kind of society that we live in. It's disgusting. And they should all be ashamed of themselves. But don't get ready, they're getting calmer. Never seek revenge, yeah? That's what I will say. Because these people, what they do is they're very clout hungry and they're very greedy. They work for like low level organizations and they pay these people to seek out people with specific destinies. Does that make any sense? And once they come across these individuals, these people get paid to sacrifice you to these organizations. Do you understand me? This is how they make their money. So not only are they conning you out of your money, they're basically trying to con you out of your destiny, basically. And because you've accepted their reason or gone to or they've whatever, either which way it goes, you've accepted them giving you a reason. Do you know the amount of people have had come on my page? I can pull my own cards. Like, come on now. I've had so many people coming on my page talking a load of bullshit, offering a free reading. I never asked you for nothing. And I put a note up saying, like, to stop. I didn't ask you for shit, so leave me alone. They still continue because they like to irritate you. And that's another thing as well. It's like they want some type of negative response, because even though it's a negative response, to them, it's still energy. So the best way to deal with these people, silence. Remember what I told you? Silence. Do you understand me? Alfie's probably in the chat already because my left ear is ringing. Okay, Spirit, can you clarify the page of swords for my collective? Clarify the page. Ooh. That's me. This is telling me something's been exposed. So these people was using. Listen, once he's went. Ooh. What did I tell you? These people work for lower level energies. Do you understand me? This is a demonic cult we're dealing with, or multiple demonic cults with no integrity. Let me just say that. But whatever they've been doing to steal shit from people, it's really just abundance, and whatever, depending on what your destiny is, if that's what they want, that's how they steal it, by sacrificing you. And these people pay these people money to go out there and scout for individuals lucrative enough for the sacrifice. Do you understand me? Yes. But guess what? Their shit's been exposed. So whatever they was doing under the moon has now come into the light. Anything done in the dark will always come to light. This is what you call rise of the chosen. Don't play with me. Yeah. They might have been satisfied a long time ago when he was doing all this shit, but they've been doing it for such a long time. Yeah, it was rewarding them. Temporary satisfaction, guys. Do you understand me? When you do shit like that, you got to remember, you're on a timer. Because when you don't do what these people ask you to do, because at some point, you got to engage in shit that you probably wouldn't even want to admit. That's a fact. Some very heinous acts you got to get involved in, basically. When you don't do that, they start pulling shit away from you. Do you understand me? So that's how they catch you in a catch-22. They also will do shit like secretly record you doing disgusting vile acts and then blackmail you to continue working for them. This is how these people catch people in entrapments. How do I know this? My own family did the exact same thing, and they think I don't know, but I know. That's how stupid they are. But yeah, whatever it is that they was gaining some type of temporary satisfaction from is over. Do you understand? We took down the devil. So all these people in our lives, they were strategically placed there for this reason. And because so many of us have fallen, because we didn't listen to our intuition, or we didn't see the red flags. That's another thing, guys. You got to pay attention to the red flags. As subtle as they are, you have to pay attention to these little red flags. Because these people, and I said it yesterday, they don't come in their true form. They come as a little helper. Do you understand? They come all sweetness and light. No. But you got to remember one thing, yeah? No matter how much they try to act a certain way, because that's not their true characteristics, that's not their true energy, because they're obviously siphoning it from someone else. So they're emanating themselves from someone else's energy to fool you. Do you understand? And then the ultimate gain is to take you out. Period. And certain people, some of us have like a, what's the word? Some of us have like a double destiny. Some of us just have one. Some of us are just destined for greatness. Do you understand me? Some of us are just destined to be successful. Do you know what I mean? Even little things like you're destined to have a long-lasting, loving connection. They want that too. I'm telling you, these people are bottom of the barrel vile. Do you understand? I can't even say sewage vile because at some point sewage still has some uses. Do you know what I mean? But they are bottom of the barrel vile, let me tell you. But guess what? One by one, guys, they're being exposed. I promise you. Do you understand? Just sit and watch them. Watch and listen because there will be telltale signs that they will give themselves away. And I can't say because half of them are going to be in the chat on fake accounts watching. Do you understand? Because I gave that shit away before. So what they would do is they would then go and change it up a little bit to hide whatever it is that made them obvious. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Look at that. Judgment on the bottom. Don't play with me. But yeah, there are faking awakenings, yeah. But yet they can't tell you the symptoms of awakening. And it's only when they listen to certain readers that are be trying to share ascension symptoms and stuff like that, they try to copy and emulate the same energy. But yet though, when you check it, this is what I will say. You'll check it, yeah, their platform never gets affected. But everybody else, their platform gets affected or interrupted in some way, shape, or form, but theirs don't. How does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to chat? All right, then. We're on the same page, yeah? Thank you, look. We're all uniting. Finally. But at the same time, guys, you still got to make sure you weed out the fakers. Because you've got to remember, our energy is so powerful and so exuberant. And what is so many of us together, it's like a powerhouse. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like a powerhouse. So these people, they found it easy to come amongst us and hide, especially on social media, but they can never do this in public, in the real world. Do you understand? Can you just sniff them out like that? Do you understand? But online, you have to learn a different form of discernment in order to weed these people out. And they know this too. That's probably why, funny enough, as I'm talking, the ones that I know are the fraudulent ones, they're on here. And the minute I say certain things, they jump off. Do you know why? Because they don't want to be exposed. Just like when they're sat there, just because they're on a different screen watching me, they're probably bad mouthing me under their breath. Whether it be under their breath or in their mind, I can hear it. That's how loud these people are. I can hear it. Disgusting. But yeah, we are all uniting. We're all standing in our power. So this just shows you, yeah, every moon cycle that I've passed, we've gotten stronger and stronger. It's like we're more coming into our own, as well as adapting to discern these spiritual attacks sent against us. Even technology, they're using frequencies through our phones. Did you know that? This is why you should never go to bed with your phone in your bed or your laptop on your bed. Don't do that. And I can prove this is right because I did the exact same thing. And let me tell you, I started to feel like shit. I'd wake up feeling drained, but I went to bed early. But when I didn't have that in the room with me, I would just go to bed normally. I woke up feeling normal. Does that make any sense? Listen, I even saw this lady, yeah, and the joke is I cover my cameras anyway because I know they've hacked including my devices, so it is what it is, yeah. What do you know? A lady said she had like a little, you get a little, you can get like a little phone stand on like a little leg. We can have it like right next to, but why would you want it right next to your head? I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? But she had it right next to her head, yeah. Why did this woman tell me, or not me, sorry, she was just telling on her post. She said that while she's sleeping, the phone's facing her, but even though the screen is black, you can, there's a camera there where you can see it in a spot here, but there's also a camera in the screen. She said she was being watched. And then someone started to talk to her through the phone. She said when she heard it and it woke her up, obviously the screen's black, so she's thinking what the hell was going on. So she's then pressed the button to make the screen come on to see that, oh, really, unstable connection, that's a lie. To basically see that there's nobody, like she's not on any app, so she's got nothing open on her phone. Boom. So anyway, She's then proceeded to go to turn off her phone. Imagine, as she's going to turn off her phone, why does she hear someone say to her, don't do that? Oh, hell no. Don't do that, you know? How many people have gone to sleep watching things on their phone or their laptop? I know I have. Do you know what I mean? But when I watch things, I now know I always keep my camera covered. Then to my uncover it is like if I'm doing a live or if I'm taking pictures. Do you know what I mean? Because where they hack into your device, they can actually turn things on with your screen off. Did you know that? That's what they've been doing. So anyway, let me get back to the reading. So what else has been uncovered, Spirit? Please and thank you. What else is my collective you to know about this current shift in this energy? Please and thank you. Ooh. Now that's sideways. Oh. So whatever they was doing, they didn't prevail. Basically, what I'm getting is they tried to have us. See, we've got harmony. They tried to have us like imbalance. They tried to basically turn our world upside down and basically make us look like crazy nut jobs. But yet, though, they're stealing your shit but acting like you're the crazy one. How does that make sense? But this is what these people are doing. Now, how should I take this? This is kind of on the fence. So this could possibly be somebody that could be on either side, I'm getting. But it's someone who holds a position of authority. Now, it could be, it's like the devil and the angel, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It could be two of them. Or it could mean that someone's seen the error of their ways. Or maybe even this is someone that was put under some type of spell for why they turned and went down the wrong path. Maybe they were seduced. Maybe they liked it, but at the end of the day, you still got to take accountability for the shit you accept. It is what it is. But I'm getting someone in authority is either being called out or held accountable, or they could be involved in the shit that was being done under the moon. So I don't know what part they played. Either they was being fooled or they was part of it. And they're probably on the fence because they want to know like what people know and the type of shit that they're in up to the next probably. Do you know what I mean? There's also like these people are these in these organizations that gave people certain power, yeah. You can't just do what you want. There's like a leadership ladder type thing. They give the orders. Do you understand? You don't have the right to go out and do whatever you want to do. So maybe this is the individual that messed up the whole organization by going rogue, doing whatever they wanted to do, which went against their rules and regulations. Do you understand? Even though these people are diabolical and they're criminals, even criminals have rules, innit? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Even these criminals had rules. So maybe someone went rogue in this organization against the higher ups' knowledge, and now it's come to light and it want answers. Yeah, so shit's hit the fan. Or this could be your own family that engaged in this, joined forces with these organizations, or someone in your family was part of this organization and you just wasn't aware of it. And now, because obviously all the shit they've been doing behind every single moon cycle for God knows how many years, how many decades, has now all come to light, and people are awakening to who the true monsters are. So for all my black sheets out there, you're now the goat. Let the karma commence. Let the karma commence. Let the karma. Yeah, and because he got away with this for so long and he's done it so many times, and went unpunished, they just assume they can continue to do so. You know, when people get a bit too ahead of themselves, do you understand me? Because they think because they've got all these people in authoritative positions, but they're corrupt. All these corrupt individuals are being exposed blatantly. And that's in every single avenue. The court system, doctors, hospitals is the worst, and the police force. And I say the government, it is what it is. I said it. And what about it? and I stand on it too. Yeah, so there's no harmony for them. They're not satisfied that they didn't prevail. They was under some sort of narcissistic, egotistical illusion and delusion of grandeur, is what I heard. Wow. You know, you get some people that are just too sure of themselves. It's like the ego's so big, they forget to cross all the T's and dot all their I's. Do you understand me? Like they make mistakes. When you're too cocksure like that and you keep doing dumb shit, that's what happens. You make mistakes. This is what these people's done. And they've done too much. Do you understand? So now someone's got to be held accountable. Period. With these people, they've committed some next level crimes. And we're not just talking the crimes of like this last decade. They're also going to be held accountable for previous crimes they've done in previous decades. That's how deep it is. Yeah, look at that controversy on the bottom. Don't play with me. There's got to be a war. A war for these demonic individuals. I bet you any money. Shit, look at that. See, you're destined for success and commitment. For some of you, people love you. And people also know that you love yourself. And I'm also getting, see, look, what does that say? You know what this tells me? This tells me witches and warlocks. That's what that is. And if you notice, there's all these moons around the card. What does that tell you? That's all the moon cycles. Do you understand? Notice that I was in the temperance as well, but our hand is up. So that, what does that tell you? We work in conjunction with the moon in the sense of we resonate on an energetic level. Whereas these people, because they're not high vibrational, they got to do nefarious things under these moon cycles, like make sacrifices and do dumb shit and try and astral project, all that kind of weird stuff. But enjoy the karma is what I will say. Yes, darling, enjoy the karma. But either way, success is destined. It doesn't matter what illusions they try to throw. For a lot of you can see through the illusions, it is what it is. They're not going to get they've not got the results. And for the most part, what I'm getting is they've been trying to make a lot of us sick. They've been trying to send us some energy of sickness. And I'm talking some of us, even some serious medical conditions like cancer and that type of nastiness. Do you know what's going to happen? It's going back to them because they didn't stick to us. Do you understand? For some of you, they've been trying to like mess around with like your stomach, your sleeping, your appetite, all to try and either weaken you or just make you irritable in some way, shape, or form. Like they just keep like poking and prodding and trying to just interrupt your forward movement or send illusions like you're stuck. You're not stuck. Do you understand? Even if you're just not rushing to do anything. Do you understand? It's like they're trying to irritate you so that you can't focus. Do you understand? So they want you to make the wrong decision so that they can benefit from the wrong choices that you make. So this is beyond stalking. This is criminal, literally criminal. And it's about time these people's brought to justice, period. Enough's enough. Like they're saying it. Higher levels, bigger devils. Yeah, some of you are about to see the results of the fruits of your labor. So whatever work you've been doing is about to pay off big time. Success is destined. And I'm talking now, if that makes any sense. For some of you, you're about to come into a commitment with a counterpart. If not a counterpart, more people like yourself, if that makes any sense. And that could be friendships, people you collaborate with, people that you might want to go into business with, or people that do the same line of work as you, or even people that want to support you, basically, is what I'm getting. So that's a good thing, I think. Yeah, that's a good thing. So I've had a Lover's card and the Sun card. Yeah, these people have been stopped in their tracks, basically. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how the food card comes up in the upright. But then controversy and the hanged man in the reverse. So they wanted you stuck, stagnant. They wanted your forward move stopped, blocked, destroyed, whatever the case may be, so that they can jump in there and be like, see, I did it before them. They stole all their IDs from me. When really they've been doing that to you the whole time. Yeah, so there's arguments around this shit now. Because people see truly now who the liars were the whole time. I think some of these people are going to be a bit upset because they believe these narcissistic liars. And the fact that for some of them, they may have supported them, whether that be financially or maybe even shared the lies or spread around the same false narratives about particular individuals, whatever they may have said. Do you understand? And now they know they have to, or they're realizing, shit, is this why I'm having this bout of bad luck, or this is going wrong for me, or these people are walking away? That's how that shit works. Because you didn't do no research. You didn't check out none of the information you was given. You just took it and ran with it. So basically fitted whatever you was feeling in your mind, and you took that shit and you ran with it. And that's stupid. So you've allowed someone to manipulate your way of thinking. Do you understand? Probably even put illusion magic over you. So the more you believed it, the more you dug down deep into the lies that was spread by somebody else. And now you're just to blame as them. But what they've done is, by them doing that and you getting involved, say for instance, their karma would have been like 100%. No, 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 no. Because you've decided to jump on with your stupid self, basically, they're making you share the karma that they're gonna get. That's all that is. This is why they want to get so many people to get involved, so that they don't have to take the full brunt of all the karma. And I've been saying this, but nobody wanted to listen. So now when that shit plays out, you're gonna remember, oh yeah, High Priestess Unicorn said this months ago. For some of you, I've been saying this since 2022 and nobody listened. This is why they hacked my phones. This is why they destroyed most of my platforms. Do you understand? Okay. So no, they're stuck. They wanted you stuck. In fact, for some of you, I'll go as far as to say they wanted you to just leave, like they wanted you to just disappear. They was hoping, like this last moon cycle, they was hoping the last little bit of magic they had the power to do would wipe you out. I got news for you. We're still standing 10 toes down, collective. If not even harder, like we are, it's like we're unleashed. Do you understand? There's no fear in us. It's like these people like to put fear in you. You see, like when they keep getting your stuff shadow banned or keep reporting your post or your even like things that you've commented on. Cause I've seen the other day when we was in the live there, I got a report saying that I was posting content of a sexual nature. Where? Do you understand me? So because of that, you get a punishment for it until they investigate. So are they going to give me back the time that they took from me? Are they going to give me back the time, the energy that they stole from me? Do you understand me? By pushing false narratives on people. For what? To the people in the live doing this, I promise you're going to get karma. I'd understand if I was putting out these things, but I don't. So I don't understand why you would lie like that. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that it's run by AI, of course, if there's someone, an actual physical body watching these things, and they could say like, oh no, it's a lie. So I've had to wait over a week only to be told that my appeal's been approved. When usually it takes what, a day or so, maybe 2 days? But I've had to wait over a week. So what has that done? That's slowed down my content. It's not been pushed out as much, purely because someone else's jealousy and ego. Not good enough. Do you know what I mean? It's not good enough. Something more needs to be done. And it's these little loopholes that allow these people to target and attack people for no reason other than their own jealousy and their own lack of creativity, their lack of work ethic. Do you understand? Their lack of morals. And for some of them, the lack of sexual morality too. Because these people know what they've been doing, and we know what they've been doing. Just because we're not talking about what they've been doing doesn't mean that we don't. Yeah, it's not good, but it's going to come out anyway. But it's not for me to speak. But yeah, we've got a fresh start. For some of you, you're in your fresh start. Whether that be you woke up feeling a lot more lighter, you've been feeling a lot more energetic, a lot more happier. You feel like a weight's been lifted. You feel like a higher level of gratitude. Do you not make any sense? It's like you could say a new lease on life. It's like a whole new energy. It's like a fresh new energy, and it's nice. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing these people can do to alter it, stop it, or anything like that because they're exposed. Do you know what I mean? So it's what it is for me. And that's your family members too. Let me just add that. Can you clarify the full card? See, look at that. Look at that. He was on the bottom just a minute ago. You saw me show you this on the bottom of the pile, innit? Yeah, so they didn't what I'm getting from these two is they never expected any of us to be as strong as we actually are. And I'm thinking for some of you, you're thinking the same thing too, innit? Like, it's been stressful, don't get me wrong, but you're thinking to yourself, damn, I didn't realize I was this strong. Do you know what I mean? You never know how strong you are until you're put to the test. But you've had multiple tests, and it's like with every test, I'm not going to lie to you, the tests get harder and harder and harder. And it might feel a bit frustrating, but don't be frustrated. Do you know what I mean? Just relax. Don't let it make you feel defeated because this is what these people want. They want you to feel defeated. They want you to feel like it's never going to end, or they want you to feel broken in some way, shape, or form. Because once you allow that mindset, it festers and it festers and it builds and it builds. And before you know it, you're a shell of yourself. Do you understand me? Because if you notice how quick time's going, do you know what I mean? So it's like they're trying to use this, especially people that's new on their path. Because you've got to remember, these people have been demonic for years. Do you understand? So they're used to people's tenacity and people's strength, but they didn't realize that certain individuals was this strong. It's like, especially the ones like me that was very quiet, very what's the word? I was very reserved. I wouldn't say scared. I would just say like I didn't really stand up for myself like I should have done, if that makes any sense. You know? That was the old me. Whereas now I'm not letting nothing pass me. Do you understand? If you're trying to violate, I'm gonna call you out. That's me. I'm direct, I'm blunt. Do you understand? But I'm diplomatic and I'm honest and I'm honorable. So whatever narrative's been pushed, never listen to people's words. My nana would always say their behavior and their actions will tell you exactly who they are. But nowadays, a lot of people like to listen to false narratives because it suits how they feel about themselves. Do you understand? So they like to project that onto other people. That's how they make themselves feel good about their own shitty lives, or the fact of they never took no risk, or for the fact of they didn't put themselves out there. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was looking for. I was very shy and I didn't understand why. I was a very shy individual. There was a time where I couldn't speak, literally. Like I couldn't sit here like this and have a conversation with a camera. No, I couldn't do it. I literally had such bad anxiety. I had to physically hold on to a flannel. And then I could never like look someone in the face and have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like one word in like 25 minutes. That was me. I kid you not. And I went to theatre and they kind of helped me come out of my shell, if that makes any sense. Because I had a lot of trauma that I had to heal from, you know? But look at me now. And that was caused by my own family. So yeah, They didn't bear the results, or they didn't get the results they expected. That's what you get. It is what it is, isn't it? But you see the things that you're passionate about. Listen, it doesn't matter how crazy it sounds. If that's what you're passionate about, I kid you not, God will always find a way for you to do it. Don't ever let anybody sway you from what you desire or what you really want to do, period. Because I did that. I thought I could share my passion with my so-called family members or ex-family, because they're not my family. They're not my family anymore. I denounced them people, period. But yeah, I thought I would share my dreams and aspirations with them, and they would cut me down so horribly. Tell me I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm not going to amount to nothing. Like, they were so stupid. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Once you've heard that so many times from so many people in your family, mind, that don't even support you. Listen, even if I felt like it wasn't achievable, I'm not going to make you feel like it's not achievable. Do you understand me? I'm going to big you up to give you that inspiration to try. Because you don't want to be 10 years down the line and then you might see someone else doing the same thing that you was dreaming about doing. This is what they do. They like to steal your dreams from you, yeah, put you off of it because they know that's your destiny, yeah, and use your energy to obtain whatever it is that you was destined for, not them. Do you understand? And this is what they've done to multiple people. Not anymore. Yeah, I had to be the catalyst. I've been saying this since 2022, and it's really funny how when I first started to speak about this, nobody was speaking about this. And then by 2023, everybody else is speaking about this. But yet though, my shit's getting shadow banned. I'm getting reports. My stuff's getting blocked. My posts are getting slowed down, so they're not even on the For You page, even on YouTube. I was seeing my when you scroll up when you go onto YouTube, I was seeing my videos was actually on the stream, and then all of a sudden they've been removed. Why? But then the same people that are putting cards saying the same thing I already said, they're on the stream. How does that work? Because I was targeted. They don't like people to tell the truth. They like people to be lied to and deceived. And this is why I was saying to people, be careful who you ask to read to read them for you. Because these people ain't genuine. Do you understand? It doesn't matter how much you see they've got all these subscribers, all these followers. Half of them has probably been paid for. Do you understand me? So half of it's probably fake. That's why they're able to go from, some of them didn't even take time. Like I took like 3-4 years to build up my platform. And these people did it in 6 months. Come on now. How have you got like 240,000 subscribers in 6 months? Because your ass sold your soul and you paid for some subscribers and you took a dirty deal, period. No one can tell me no different. Thank you. And I'm still going. The truth will always set you free. You can't change the truth. You can lie, you can twist it as much as you like. Do you know what I mean? You can shadow ban people, try to hide them. They're still going to speak their truth. I'm still going to keep going. Do you understand me? I'm like a dog with a bone. I'm not going to stop. Do you understand? No matter what they steal from you, from what you made on YouTube, do you understand? Things like that happening to your bank account, stealing your money, all that madness. Trying to leave you broke, leave you in poverty, stealing your inheritance, all that madness. To try and put you in the energy of despair. Now, who's in Despair Collective? Not us. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Yes, thank you. I told you. I told you we had an honest spiritual enlightenment. These people didn't. Oh, shit, did I just break my chair? Oh, no. I think I just broke my chair. Hold on. Oh, shit, I did as well. No, I don't think I broke it. I think what I did, I pulled the damn sword. I need to go and get another one in a minute. Hold on. No, I always have a spare. I ain't stupid. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Here's what I got earlier. You have to bear with me now. Yeah. No, what happened was there's a little ledge thing, and as I put my heel down and I pulled the chair, it kind of pulled the screw out. This is why. These are nice, these are actually. They're in Tesco's. See, look, always have a spare. That's my motto. Yeah, I won't do that again now. I don't know why it's there like that anyway, but yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, always have a spare. So yeah, where was I? So guys, we've had some of you have had another spiritual enlightenment. I know I have, but this one was a lot more powerful than the first. Do you know what it is? I think God's like easing us in because I'm feeling that had he like give us the full spiritual awakening all at one time, it would have been too much for you to take. If that makes any sense, and I get it because this kind of energy, ooh, I'm not gonna lie, you get side effects. Don't get it twisted. Do you understand me? At one point, I was thinking to myself, hold me, I'm usually a fit and happy person. Like, why am I feeling like these aches and pains and do you know what I mean? These cold and flus and yeah, headaches. Like it was crazy. But yeah, so for some of you, you've had a massive spiritual awakening. I believe over this moon was like a really powerful moon. And I'm getting that. I sense that this they did their big one type thing. So it's like whoever they was working with, they got more people to do all the same thing at the same time, hoping for this outcome, hoping for this big result, guys, that they didn't get. Ha ha. You can't play with the collective. So yeah, so we've had a massive spiritual awakening. Not just awakening, enlightenment as well. And I mean in the sense of for a lot of you, like I said, about families. But yet, though, you notice when you need to talk to anybody, they're not there. But they're the first ones to call you about any shit going on in their family or just the family as a whole. Have you noticed that? But then the minute you want to speak about anything, or you want any support or even any guidance, they're either busy, don't answer, or they're nowhere to be found. Now, I know you can resonate with that, guys. I know you can resonate with that. But look, they've been trying to tennis you. They were trying to backstab you. They was hoping that you would take these dodgy deals. Like I said, I've had people jumping on my page, asking me certain things, coming up with some elaborate stories, and I was guided to ignore it because at first I was like, just leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Even that's energy. I didn't realize that that's still energy. So now I just ignore them, straight ignore them. They didn't bank on the power of all the strength, should I say, of our determination. They thought they was gangster. No, they're not, boo boo. Collective, no, they are not. They're only gangsters, they're only strengths when there's a gang of them. None of these people can stand alone. That's the difference. We've had no choice but to stand alone because that's the whole point of spiritual awakening, spiritual enlightenment. You cannot do that shit with your brethren. Do you understand me? You cannot do that shit in a house full of people. You cannot do that shit with a group of your friends. It has to be solo. This is why it's not for the weak. This is why um, many are called, few are actually chosen because they can't hack it. Do you understand? That's the problem. They can't hack it. Well, it's not a problem because at the end of the day, it's free will in it. Do you know what I mean? But you're not really aware of what you're letting yourself into. You understand? Because you want to do good. You want to be a part of the movement. But no one actually tells you all the sacrifices you got to make. Do you understand? And everything you got to endure to even pass the first test. Guys, it's a lot. I'm not even joking. And this is why these people chose to take the easy way out. Once they gained certain levels, they took the dirty deal. For whatever reason, I'm not going to comment on that. Oh, fuck's sakes. That's better. For whatever reason, they took. Oh shoot! They chose to take the other deal. That's on them, innit? I'm not gonna dispute that because each to their own, innit? I'm not gonna judge them on that, you know. But I see it as God will not never give you more than you can bear. The only person that will give you shit that you can't bear is when you take them dirty deeds with the devil. Because he's gonna continue and you gotta do more and more maniacal shit. Yeah, the test with God is hard, I get it, but I would still choose the most high every time. Hence why I'm still here now. But yeah, everything you needed to obtain was already in you. But these people, for what God would give to you naturally just from you doing the work, these people sold their soul to obtain it. Do you understand me? And some of them want, some of them want that, some of them want it back. They want to backtrack out here, but I don't know about that. I'm not even going to comment on that one, guys. Do you know what I mean? That's up to the Most High to decide on that one. I can't really speak on that one. Maybe they kind of have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy. I'm pretty sure that even if you do, God's always going to forgive you regardless of what you do. But at some point, God's going to draw the line and be like, enough's enough, innit? You're going to have to work off that karma that you've incurred yourself. So these people that chose to jump on this bandwagon stupidly, all this karma is going to be dispersed out between all of you. This is what I told people. Don't be quick to listen to other people. And I've never been that person. Do you understand me? I'm a fiercely loyal person. That's what they don't like. And I'm loyal to the Most High. Ain't nothing going to change. That's why we're here. That's why we're in our chariot. Giddy up. Giddy up. Or some of you planning on holiday. I heard that some of you are feeling like you just want to immigrate. I don't blame you. I honestly don't blame you. Some of you want to go like, I don't know if you want to go like take a long holiday, backpacking. Some of you want to travel around the world. Some of you want to work abroad. Go for it. Go for it. Don't let nothing hold you back. But I wouldn't share whatever you want to do with anybody, I'm being honest with you. Just keep it to yourself and just go. Do you know what I mean? Because even then, they will try and do shit to try and hamper it or do some type of harm, if that makes any sense. Yeah. You get, how can I say this? Let me just say this, yeah. Because we have to separate from everybody, yeah. We was around people that literally hated us, but smiled in our face. So what they was doing is because it was such a bright energy, they was able to hide under our cloak collective. Do you understand? So now that we've pulled ourselves away from these people and we stand alone, one by one, their veils are falling. That's what I'm seeing. And the true person that they truly are, society can see. And whatever community they're in, they're being seen for exactly who they are. But whilst we was amongst these people, there was, you get some people that would do things like make you the butt of the joke or always find someone to try and put you down. Do you know what I mean? Make fun of you in some way, shape, or form. It was all jealousy. It's because you shone so brightly. When you walk into a room, you attract all the attention. Not saying that you wanted to, because I thought I had that same issue, but I was shy. I would try and hide behind my friends. Do you know what I mean? But I got all the attention for some odd reason. Do you know what I mean? They had more than me. Do you know what I mean? So they'd find some way to try to make me feel bad or make me feel like shit, like make fun of my shoes or say like, oh, look at your big toe. Just little dumb things like that. Or if I couldn't afford an expensive pair of jeans like they could, they would like make fun of what I'm wearing. Just little things like that. Yeah. Listen, you can have disagreements. Listen, yeah, right. So what I'm getting is the people want to argue with your decisions or argue with the way you view life or the way you choose to move. They don't have no position or no power to be arguing you. But listen, let me tell you something. You ain't got to explain yourself to nobody. Do you understand me? Nobody. Because from you're on the straight path, and after the shit these people done, they got the audacity. So let them disagree with themselves. The only thing I disagree with was the shit they done. I will never argue with people, whereas before people were trying to antagonize me or bait me into some type of stupid argument. Do you know what I mean? But it'd be a thing where I would take it for so long and I would just like explode. I don't do that no more. I just ignore you. So once you do the opposite of what they're usually expecting you to do, that's when you start showing their true colors, collective. I promise you, because I've lived it. Do you understand? I've lived it. And I've watched these people do exactly the same. Spirit clarify the four swords. So they got no sanctuary. So basically they've got nobody to hide under. Or they got or basically now that shit's going wrong in their life, or they're being exposed for who they truly are, they can't say, oh, it's so-and-so's fault. Do you understand me? They can't blame you no more. They can't put the blame somewhere else. Do you understand me? Why can't they put the blame anywhere else, collective? Because we ain't there. Do you understand me? But whilst we was there, we was always made to be the scapegoat. Have you noticed that with certain people? You was always made to be the scapegoat. But it's never to your face, always behind your back, guys. Do you know what I mean? These people are cowards. That's what they are. They can only group up in groups and slander you. They're only strong in groups. Not one of these people can stand alone. That's the difference. This is where they have the little group chats and you're left out of it. Do you know what I mean? Or they have the little family parties and family get-togethers and you're left out of it. You only hear about it after the fact, or you might see pictures of it on social media. Why is that? Okay. So this is why they want to allow on your name, because people will be like, oh, so, but if you're all family and you're all so close, why isn't so-and-so with you? Oh, they're crazy. They're on drugs. They're an alcoholic. Where? Because people can see us, but no one questions it. I find that strange. But now the same accusations they were spreading has been proven that is their reality. So all the things they were trying to say about another individual was who they truly were. Do you understand? They're the true drug addicts. They're the true alcoholics. They're the true sexual predators. They're the true fraudsters. They're the true thieves. Thank you. Action speaks louder than words, guys. Remember that. When you don't see it, don't believe it. A King of Swords in the reverse. So this involves a King of Swords in the reverse. This could possibly be. This is why I love Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I was about to say, yeah, Spirit read my mind. I like things to be clarified and confirmed, yeah? And when I say clarified and confirmed, I mean when the Ace of Swords come out. Don't play with me. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, no, you're joking. Yeah, it's the truth. This is what this card means, guys. It's the truth. If it was in reverse, it would mean that there's some type of deception, or you've got something wrong, or you're being misled. Do you understand me? Or what you're seeing as the truth is not actually the truth, but you've seen it was in the upright. You've seen it drop. I got nothing to hide. But so that's like saying, I spoke the truth about a King of Swords in the reverse. And that, my dear, can be your own family, even though it could be male or female. I'm thinking in general with the Ace of Swords. Everything I've been saying since 2022, you can look back on my channels. Some of my videos, they however they did it, they blocked it. And I believe that's when they stole the content. There's about 30 videos I did and they blocked it and stole the content. But then the rest of them, you might still see information that I gave that didn't get stolen. But the ones that had specific information that's actually playing out now, these same individuals stole it. And they know who they are. They know who they are. Because they thought they was the bee's knees. Obviously not. So basically what I'm getting from this is, this could be a father figure, even a mother figure can be in this energy. So it could be family, like whoever is like, I won't say the leader, but the one in charge. That's what I will say, the one in charge. So the King of Swords in reverse, that could be ex-friends, ex-lovers, people you worked with, like your ex-bosses, stepfathers, fathers, stepmothers, mothers, aunties, uncles, you know what I mean, innit? But yeah, there was obviously speaking falsities on the Queen of Pentacles, which she's in the upright, so clearly it's jealousy. And I kind of sense that a lot of these people was just jealous of, they knew what your destiny was, or for some of you, things was left to you that they didn't want you to have. And he was angry at the fact of certain individuals left things to you that they believed they should have gotten, which is crazy. I know, but look at that. I call the Empress has come up, but you're an Empress. You are an Empress. Now, a man can also have this energy. Don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? It just means it just means that he's in balance with his emotions, male and female. You know, a lot of people are at an imbalance. They just don't realize it. You know, I think you understand it. I don't think I have to explain that. But yeah. And I'm also getting, some of you was the, how can I say it, the chosen one of your lineage, basically, the one that the ancestors chose. And clearly, guys, from what these people have done, it makes sense why your ancestors chose you. Clearly. Because look at the behavior of these individuals. But yeah, they was basically living off of your energy this whole entire time. It's basically siphoning from you your whole existence, basically. So when God sent you to heal a bloodline, these people decided to turn you into the black sheep and siphon from you and abuse you. And we all saw how the devil intercepts the chosen one of each family member. They have to be abused traumatically by a certain age. In my family, it was me. I can say that. So I'll be the sacrificial lamb to say that. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But I survived and I'm still here. That's what that matters. And you can research all this information I'm speaking on, you can research it for yourself. Okay? So I know there's others out here that haven't spoken up, you know? Some of them are still damaged, but that's the whole point in it. You have to heal. You have to heal. Yeah. I told you you're going to be victorious. Victorious? No. They're in grief, and I tell you why. Because they never expected to get exposed. Not only that, my mind said to you, like some of you was very shy, like myself. In the best way I can say it, we never used to speak up about the abuse because we held that embarrassment and that shame, but it was never our burden to carry. Do you understand? So once you learn to heal and he was guided to speak on these traumas, that's what hit the fan. That's when shit went left. So basically now we speak on our truths. These people are in grief because they're going to realize that all the shit we've been speaking on has been honest. They're going to understand why we reacted the way we did years ago, because for a lot of us, we have to heal from certain things, and people have watched us change. They've watched our growth. They've been watching us for a long time. You've been getting watched for a long time. But all the while, we've still been getting attacked. We just didn't realize where it was coming from. So for a lot of you, now it makes more sense. Do you know what I mean? Even things like trying to change the way you think. Do you know what I mean? Trying to put like depressive thoughts into your mind. I struggled with that at one point. I can admit that. Do you know what I mean? I think the worst thing I ever did was to feel the need to take medication because that's what the doctor told me to do. No. Do you know what I mean? I went to theater. I did things like theater class, improvisation, musical classes, like musical groups, I mean, with like adults, not with children. But yeah, I did a lot of things that made me laugh, basically. It was like improv theater work. So I've done plays, I've been in plays. I've gone from having one word to say to I'm taking a leading role. Do you know what I mean? I even got a standing ovation from Sherry Eugene, who used to do the sign language on the news. Yeah, even got in the paper too. But yeah, just little things like that. But yeah, these people are heartbroken. They're heartbroken because now they know that whatever community they're in, yeah, people knowing the full extent of what they did and the lies that they told, and not only that, the dirty deeds they've been doing. Kids all come out. There's no getting away from that. I promise you that. It's all coming out. I've been doing this. Yeah. What did I say to you? We're all coming together. The Hierophant. So basically, that's like saying that you see, when you make decisions or things or anything you do, it's not a thing where you act out of your ego or you act judgmental. You weigh up the odds. You're very diplomatic and fair, and you don't use you go by logic, not by feelings. If that makes any sense, which is kind of hard to do because, especially if you haven't healed from trauma, you're going to act out of your feelings, which doesn't make any sense. Even if it's not for your greater good, because that's where you're resonating at that time, that's how you're going to react out of. Do you understand? But with this being said, it's like we're kind of like lining up with other individuals just like ourselves. It's kind of like finding your soul tribe. Do you know what I mean? So now we know what to look out when it comes to like manipulators, abusers, users, narcissists, that type of thing, conmen, scammers. We know what to look for. So we can join together with people that we're supposed to be around and be okay. Yeah, for some of you, you've been reminiscing about this. I know I've been saying things like, oh, why can't I just meet more people that resonate like on the same wavelength as I do? Do you know what I mean? That are not like, do not have some type of evil intent, that are not looking to harm me in some way, shape, or form out of their own unhealed trauma. That's what it is. They're acting out of their own unhealed self, which doesn't make any sense because some of these people are old as shit. And I'm sorry I have to say it like that, but it's true. They're dinosaurs. And that's how they're behaving. So maturity does not come with age. Not for everybody, but for a lot of individuals are diabolical in their older years. But now you can reminisce about good times. You can even reminisce about where you want to go to next. I would even say reminisce about who you want to collaborate with, who you want to share with. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You can manifest it in it. But just remember, newer levels, bigger devils. It's not going to be there all the time, but you got to remember in certain aspects, you're going to come across these individuals, if that makes any sense. They don't have to be a part of your reality, but I'm saying on this journey, expect it. Do you understand? But at the same time, don't be closed off to the right people because these kind of people will make you feel closed off to everybody. Do you know what I mean? You just don't want to get yourself hurt or don't want them to harm you or try and take you out or poison you. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to end up in hospital again. So in your mind, you're going to say to yourself, do you know what? It's best I just close everybody out. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Because you need other people to thrive too. Yeah, it's all good isolation and being alone. Yeah, because you can do things by yourself. Do you know what I mean? But you're not codependent. Do you know what I mean? But energies bounce off each other, innit? That's how you become your own. It's like kind of like building like your own little community, if that makes any sense. Yeah, someone's about to go through some. Why has this come out again? I thought this came out already. Or did I knock it? I have no idea. But yeah, for some of you, you've been like this since you was a child. That's kind of like what I'm getting. You was kind of outspoken. There may have been aspects where you was told to do things or trying to be forced to do things that you know was wrong. And you would argue about it or refuse to do it. So that's kind of like why they scapegoated you because you wouldn't fall in line to their actions, basically. Do you know what I mean? You always would stand up for what's right, and that's what you're supposed to do. And I think that's, in that sense, you kind of sense you was different from you as a child, but you just wasn't sure. So I'm just confirming it. If you ever felt like that as a child, or you experienced certain things that his other siblings didn't, or they were treated differently from you, now you know what it is. You are walking judgment. You know, you've been given the power of judgment. So anybody that tries to mess with you, I suggest they tread carefully. Do you understand? Because you have the power to call down judgment. So it won't be like, oh, they gotta wait for, I don't know, however long judgment takes to. It'll be instant. They get judgment instantly. How about that? You defending yourself in the right way. And I'm getting with this, you had to learn to defend yourself, not in the usual way, but spiritually. And I mean in the sense of, like, for instance, if someone's talking shit about you, you probably want to go and have it out with them. If it turns physical, so be it, innit? But with how the world works today, that fight will just end you up in jail. So you have to learn to defend yourself differently, if that makes any sense. But at the highest level possible. That's what that means. You learn a different line of defense, or you mastered a different line of defense. And this is what these people already knew this, man. They already knew this. They didn't want you to know this. For some of you, put this, well, whatever was taken, you're going to get back. You've lost a lot. You might have to take a small loss in order to gain bigger elsewhere, which that's nothing, because at the end of the day, you can't miss what you never had. But for these people, they're about to lose big. I'm being honest. So whether they, whatever they took from you, if they put your name in things, or if they bought elaborate items with the shit they stole from you, they're going to lose it all. If they bought a house, they're about to be evicted or go into, what's the word? Is it bankruptcy? I've never owned a house, so I wouldn't know. But is that the word, bankruptcy? When if you can't pay the mortgage, is it bankruptcy? Whatever the word is, if you can't pay for your mortgage, put it that way. That's what's going to happen to these people. They're about to lose everything. And for some of you, you can sue these people. Defamation, slander, the smear campaign. So they've been doing it for a lot of people, and they're going to start speaking up soon. So you're going to start getting some information about what was said. For some of you, I'm getting some of these people was recorded. Yeah, they was recorded. For some of you, you get people that I call them flip-floppers. It's like they side with whatever best benefits them, if that makes any sense. Them kind of people. I wouldn't say rat, because that's a bit harsh. But what I would say is a flip-flopper. Do you know? I don't know what levels, to what extent they've done any of this nefarious acts, but what I will say is they've got a lot of information, and maybe they might just be doing it to lessen their sentence, maybe, or get less karma, maybe. I don't know how that works in the spiritual one, because I've not asked, and I've got no intentions to. Damn. Yeah, you're a supportive individual. You've always been a supportive individual. Even when you're going through shit yourself, you're still supportive. Do you know what I mean? And I think people are going to remember you. They remember you by that. So whatever they chose to believe is probably why they feel like shit now. They're heartbroken because they believe these lies and probably went with the crowd. So we got, they're missing your absence. What was I saying to you about when you take yourself away from other people, or from like group of friends that you would always be around? It's like you was batting cheap with these individuals. They was able to hide under your good energy and hide who they truly was. But now you've been out of the way, their true colors are showing. And they've been shown to some of you, people's missing your absence. And it's fine. It is what it is. I'm not getting at you're restricted. Or if you feel restricted, it's not, it just could mean that you're restricted in your mind. So sometimes you think that you can't do something. Never think that, because I used to think that all the time. And that just builds and builds and builds. So don't ever think that you're restricted. If you are, then clearly, if you're restricted with anything, that tells me you're not around the right people. It's the people you're around that are causing this restriction to you. So if you're around people, you need to separate yourself. Or look at the people you're among, because they're no good. Celebration. Some of you about to celebrate birthdays. I don't know if it's a birthday, like a wedding, maybe an engagement, maybe you're going to be somebody's going to be celebrating a birth. Kind of the Empress comes with a birth. It doesn't have to mean an actual birth. It can mean the birth of something new, a birth of a new way of life, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things, a new perception on life. Do you understand? Or just the birth of standing in this new energy, standing in who you actually are, who you was always all know, standing in who you was truly meant to be. Look at that. And what this tells me is whatever you've lost, whatever has been taken, whether that be money, time, or even tangible items, you're going to have it given. You're going to receive that all back, basically. Multiplied is what I'm getting. And for the fact that you did the work, as well as you stayed patient, you kept the faith, you didn't retaliate or do any madness like they wanted you to do. They wanted you to retaliate and do something stupid. But all the whilst, there's watching and surveillance in you in some way, shape, or form to get that evidence on you to fit their narrative. This is why they've been attacking you the way they have. Yes, that's what they've been doing. So, I hate when the cars drop on the floor. It's right for you to feel secure. I think I get it. Oh. Someone wants to give you security. I'm getting either someone wants to compensate you in some way, shape, or form, or someone wants to gift you something, but I'm also getting somebody's in love. You've kind of caught somebody's eye. And it's a King of Pentacles. It's in the upright. So could be a business owner, someone successful. I think it could be someone that's been watching you. And maybe watching them too. I'm kind of, do you know what? I don't know why I thought that. Someone has been overseeing or has oversaw everything that's been going on. Maybe this is the person that wanted to invest in you a long time ago, but they were swayed differently because of all these other outside individuals getting involved to make up stories, basically. Do you know what I mean? To sway people's judgment is what I'm getting. That does happen, It just makes you see how bitter and spiteful and mean people are, and evil. I will say that. I have to say that because it's true. How evil people are, but yeah. Or this could be from because some of you have there's court proceedings going on unbeknownst to you, or court proceedings coming up, but you're going to be awarded something. I'll just say that. That's a definite, because this has been coming out every single time I pulled the cards. Oh, why is that? I've never had a card. Look at that. one card is in the deck. I'm going to take it because it's hanging upright. It's fulfillment, which tells me you're going to have fulfillment in this lifetime. Because you helped raise the frequency of the planet, you helped awaken people, you helped awaken people also. And not only that, you kind of show people the way. Because I get a lot of you, people was watching you because they seen your struggles, they've watched your trauma, they've even watched the attacks. So they've kind of seen how far you've come, they've seen your growth, they've seen you go through hardships, what other people would have broke over, but you didn't. Do you understand? So that makes you a great individual. So you've earned fulfillment. And there's nothing these people can do to destroy it, take it from you, misdirect it, or any of that. Because you've learned all this, you've learned the lesson you needed to learn. And don't get me wrong, life is one big learning lesson. Just because you're of an older age, you might be in that retirement age, doesn't mean that there's still not more that you can learn. Do you understand? Because knowledge is power, which is what these people were trying to take away from you, including your family, which is why they never nurtured you or taught you anything. So that just tells me their intention from you as a child was already there. Do you understand? It didn't just happen by accident. They meant to do the things they did to you. And to add insult to injury, collective, they're not even sorry for it. Yeah, I bet they're in anxiety. I bet they are. Oh, well. Ooh, 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 ooh. You release what didn't serve you. I'm not going to break this chair. I'm not going to get up. I don't want to break it. Yeah. What was I saying to you about somebody might want to take a trip or somebody's planning on going on holiday? Or maybe this new lease on life that you're on now, this new path that you're on now is like a voyage. A voyage into discovery, a voyage into knowledge of truth, because you speak truth. Do you understand? But yeah, that's the Three of Wands. You're fired up, you're ready to go. And the changes are happening rapidly. It's like you kind of like got to go with the flow. For some of you, it's like running on a you're on a treadmill and it starts off slow and then it gets faster and faster. That's how shit's going. That's how life is going. But for this is on the side, and what I'm getting is whatever you've released, you made the right choice. I don't know, you might have other things you might need to release. Each and every one of us is different, so you're going to have to look into that yourself. But what I will say is these people are being towered indefinitely, and indefinitely means they ain't getting out of this. For some of you, they wanted you to be the scapegoat for them to get out of the shit they've done. For some of you, they was planning to set you up. For some of them, they have been trying to set you up. That was the whole plan in the first place, was to take you out or set you up. And it didn't work, guys. Do you understand? That was the plan. Final release. The possibilities are endless, collective. Good for you. Good for you. I can clarify it with the other deck. Look at that. Your energy inspires change, collective. And you know what? Not to excuse me, spiritual, but I'm also sensing that even people that have worked from a nasty energy, just from what they've seen you endure and still keep the same pure heart I'm getting, you've actually inspired wicked people to want to be good, or wicked people to want to do good, which is weird. But I'll take it. It is what it is. I'll take it. Let me just confirm it anyway. Hold on, let me confirm this shit. Yeah, let me get let's get a peek. Yeah, let's get our peekaboo. I call him peekaboo. Let's get our peekaboo. Peekaboo. Can I get some confirmations? Let's confirm this shit, all right? No, I won't break the chair. I'm gonna have to fix that chair. All right. Can I get some confirmations? That's my weird ass neighbor slamming the door. That's what she likes to do. She likes to just bang the doors all the time. It sounds like someone's banging on my door, but it's not. They're slamming the doors. Can you confirm this reading for me, Spirit, for the collective? Can I get some collective and karmic confirmation, Spirit, please? And thank you. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what's going on. Can you confirm this spread, please? And thank you. Can you confirm this reading for me, Spirit, please? And thank you. Can you confirm this spread for me, Spirit, please? Ooh, told you. I told you. Just making sure no cards haven't turned around. I went with the what's on the bottom, courthouse. What did I say to you about court proceedings? Oh, damn. Right. Thank you for my gifts. Thank you for my gifts. They tried to put you in bad health, but someone's actually in bad health. I told you, somebody has something that's incurable, and they're not getting rid of it. I know how they caught it, but that's not for me to say. But I know it wasn't from the collective, yeah. But some of you, you was deliberately put in poverty. You're now about to come out of poverty. You was never meant to be in poverty in the first place. This is going to be their reality now. Oh, look at that. That tells me that they whatever they was expecting, some of them was expecting you to be at your demise already. And this was in a reverse. So this is something to do with a lover in a reverse. So that just tells me a karmic individual is involved in this. Or maybe it's this karmic individual that's in this bad health. You probably caught it from his third parties. Him or she, doesn't really matter. Male or female or both, guys. Yeah? So whatever they was expecting hasn't come into fruition. Ooh. What did I say to you? What did I say to you? Adjudication. So whatever happens, they're going down. Oh. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. This is why I like to pull cards for you to see me pulling cards. I want to just put cards on the table and then put the video on. No. I'll pull the cards and I will tell you shit that's going down. And it's going down, all right? Shit. Oh, what? Didn't I say for some of you, yeah, they stole money from you? Okay. It involves a lover. Maybe this lover lied and said you was in bad health. But really, they're the ones with the bad health. Do you understand? They stole from you to keep you in poverty. Now they're going to be in poverty. Whether that's happening now or that's to come. But either way, they stole some type of great fortune and they've been caught. Do you understand? They was waiting for some notification or some information to say you're out the way. Because they've been paying for some type of spell work or they've been trying to do some type of spell work to get you out of there. But what I'm definitely sure on, that's a lover in the reverse. So that's someone who betrayed you. That's a fact. Who else is involved in this, Spirit? Please and thank you. Can you confirm anybody else that's involved in this, Spirit? Please and thank you. What did I do? Oh, see it there? I told you. Community. So that's just people you know. People you know. And I can guarantee the main male is your family. Do not be the icing on the cake. If Halloween comes out, I will drop back off my chair. Collective. Collective. Do you know what just came out? Oh my days. Do you know what I said? As a wealthy man, I believe this is these people in these organizations or these little gangs. Let's call them gangs. I know you got to watch your words. I told you. I told you. They stole something. Yeah? And they are going to jail. Okay? And this is probably what they're trying to avoid. So for some of you, didn't I say to you the other day, you're going to have people from your past trying to come back to you. This is why. They want to use you in some way, shape, or form to get out whatever they've done criminal. That's why courthouse adjudication is here. So somebody's been lying and they've been found out. Oh gosh. I'm not sure if this involves. So maybe someone faked some type of or falsified something, either falsified paperwork or impersonated somebody. Do you understand? That means forgery also and fraud. That's why your ass is going to jail. So I'm not sure if the official person helped them to do it, or if you need to expect an official person to come and knock on your door, collective. Why might you ask? So whatever lies they've been spreading on you, you've been seen in high honor. So whatever lies they've been spreading, you have to find out. So brace yourself is what. Oof, 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 oof. Breathe. Yeah, they're in despair. I kind of sense that because I kept getting the energy of irritation. So that tells me whoever these people are, I've been trying to project that towards me. Okay. Now this was upside down. So courtship. I could see this as something that's false, or you've been put in some type of false courtship or false marriage. But I'm getting there's a child involved. So that could possibly be one of two things. Maybe someone's had a child somewhere else and said the child is yours, or this is you and you had things left to you from you as a child, if that makes any sense. But either way, yeah. So if you had shit left to you from a child, that would make sense for why they wanted to steal it. So by using a false lover, clearly they've worked against you to possibly put you in some false courtship. So that means like falsified documents, forgery, forged signature, maybe even impersonation to steal the sudden wealth or the great fortune, sorry. Oh no. And that's, I can't even answer that, can I? That's not even a normal number. I'm not answering that. Hell no. Actually, that's me. 1277. That's a fake number. I'm not stupid. With plus 441277. That's not a real number. I ain't stupid. Is someone watching me? Ooh, I told you. So you're about to go from what I'm getting from this, you're about to go from rags to riches. Yeah. Or 144 on the clock. Or this wealthy man, this is probably your family member because they're the ones that's been calling the shots, is what I'm getting. They paid these people, so they possibly said to these people, I can take it from rags to riches if I pay if I pay you to sabotage somebody else, to steal their wealth and their great fortune, and I'll give you a cut, basically. And now your black ass isn't concerned. Oh no. Yeah, they was hoping to get away successfully and run off into the distant horizon. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Sorry. It's not happening. Sudden wealth on the bottom. Can we clap for anything else? Holy Spirit for the collect. Ooh. Yeah. So you got mature woman, wealthy man, main male. Shit, that's a lot of players, isn't it? Ooh. Someone is in there. Yes. They're in despair. That's probably why I had that phone call. Funny that my phone hasn't rang all day. And all of a sudden I got some fraudulent number on my phone. Funny that, innit? A number that doesn't make any sense. Nah. You can keep that one. Yeah. It's obvious. Shit's hitting the fan. It's getting closer to wrapping up, or it's getting closer to some type of court date, is what I'm getting. And this, I asked if anybody else was involved. Didn't I not ask if anybody else was involved? Family room. So it is your family. Yeah, I tried to block your pathway. Trying to block your pathway. Now it's either they were trying to stop you from getting married, but didn't I say to you? So what I'm getting is somebody faked being in a courtship or spread that narrative so that when you was put in a fake marriage, but they've obviously been caught out. Because then whoever has impersonated you is not you because you're still alive. So have that shit worked, they might have got away with it, but they ain't now. Or this is why they didn't want you to get married. Because if you get married and you get a relationship with somebody else, which is your destiny, they're going to be exposed because you've already been married to somebody else, unbeknownst to you. I know. But it was done by your own family. Yeah, they set it up. They set that shit up. And you notice how the wealthy man has the same color suit as in this picture. He's probably the same one that paid this lover in the reverse. So clearly that's a traitor. That's why their ass is in bad health. Ooh, Spirit is letting it rip. He did say it's all gonna come out in it, but only when you're able to deal with it. I get it. Or someone's possibly got a child, maybe even that as well. Or they've had a child with someone else and they're saying that the child is yours. Maybe this lover has gone and had a child with someone else and they said that the child is yours. Probably someone you know. Maybe even one of your family members or someone you used to be friends with. But it's coming out. Damn, it's coming out. This is nuts. It's funny though. Spirit. Oh no. Now I can take this one of two ways. It's either you're about to get a message about a death, okay, a message about a death, or someone else that's in bad health is getting a message that they're not going to make it. Whichever way it goes. So, you know what you've been up to is always going to come out. Or, excuse me, spiritual birth. Or I can look at it as this is something to do with someone that has passed away that they didn't tell you about, that left you something that they didn't want you to have, so they thought they would steal it. And maybe they're getting a message about it now because it's been uncovered, basically. Because you're not in an asylum seat, you're not in a mental asylum, you're not in jail, and you're still alive. And I know this because my ears is ringing. Both my ears is ringing. I'm spot on. Spot on. Damn. Whoever this resonates with, like, I'm sorry this was done to you, but don't let it affect you. If you can overcome all the shit that they've been doing to try and take you down, do you understand? Then you can enjoy hearing this truth when it does come to you, or when it is brought to your attention. But it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. The coffin's here, the message is here, the concern is coming. Your family, the love it in the reverse is coming. So we know the truth's out. And you're going to know. Whoever's walking around in bad health, you're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to see it all over their face. Even if you try and lie and act like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. For some of you, I'm getting that somebody's probably lied and said, you've given them something. Now that's stupid. Because that's a criminal offense. That's slander. That's prosecutionable. That is. So if that comes out, then yeah, don't worry about it. Because that can be proven anyway. This is probably why certain people are trying to come back to you in some type of disgusting, lustful energy. That's what I feel about that. Yeah, they made it their occupation. Wow. Oh shit. The type of diabolical things that these people do, guys, is madness. And they've got the cheek to be calling other people liars. This is why I understand if some people would rather just stay by themselves, especially with family like this. You understand? And for some of you, it's literally the whole family and your siblings, whether they be 4 siblings or step siblings or siblings by marriage. But either way, it's people you grew up with. Like you've done nothing to, by the way. You've not caused them any harm, and they know this. And this is why their karma is going to be all the more severe. Do you understand? Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. It's a lot. But I told the truth on every drop. I know what they're saying. How does she know? How could she know all this stuff about us and she's not mad? Yeah, they wanted it to break you. Especially with fornicating with your family members. They wanted it to break you. For some of you, young family members are hiding secrets. That's about to come out also. Somebody's confused. Somebody's confused. Never mind. Collective. collective. Oh, chat. I don't know what you make of that one, but